And I find it so ironic that so many people will say a single-celled organism on Mars, or a blade of grass, or a fish in the ocean, or a puppy is worthy of our undying respect, support, and protection, but a human being isn't.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. I am Van, and we are all the LFR family. Thank you so much for clicking play. Hopefully you click that like button as well. And also, hopefully you reach out to a brother if you're trying to grow on YouTube. Hey, shout out to Black Conservative Perspective, man. That dude is a real one, for real. I'm not going to go into too much about it, but you're a real one, dude. Thank you so much, man. I stumbled upon this conversation between a young lady by the name of Isabel Brown. Isabel is talking to these two individuals who are pro-lifers. I mean, pro-choicers. They're pro-choicers. And for some strange reason, it's like you got to downplay the level of being a human being and trying to relate that to everything else that's living. I have absolutely no understanding of that. But this is what you have to do when you want to make your point. Guys, I'm about to play this video, but I want to say this, and I'm going to talk more about it. You can still have a conversation with someone and have your own thoughts, which is completely opposite of whoever you're having this conversation with, but still speak with this person objectively, not to make a point, not so they can only hear your side, but think about what they're asking you first. If they ask you if a human being is the same as a puppy and you say yes, then why are we the owners and they are the pet? How come they're not walking us, but we're walking them? We got to feed them. We have responsibilities. I'm going to go into this a little bit more, but I really want y'all to see this because I thought it was absolutely idiotic, to be honest with you. But I do appreciate how they had their conversation together.
Is a puppy a life worthy of respect and value?
Yes, because it is separate from a human being.
Is a blade of grass something that's life and worthy of our respect and value?
It probably could be comparable to a fertilized egg.
I said I wasn't going to stop it. It probably could be comparable to a fertilized egg. And this is why. This is why, guys. This is why.
Egg.
Is a fish in the ocean worthy of our respect and value?
Same thing as a blade of grass.
How about a single-celled organism on Mars?
Is it life?
I'm defining it as life, as a living single-celled organism.
It's a living cell, but...
Okay. This individual who's responding to this young lady obviously is just trying to win an argument. I'm not going to even say that this person is stupid. This person just chose flannel for... Why do you have on red and black flannel, both of you? This is what we're going to wear to represent our pro-choiceness. I'm not going to talk about your red and black flannel. Listen, if that's what y'all like, then I love it. If you like it, I love it. But you can clearly tell this person's mannerisms that they really do not want to be knocked off their square by any means possible, even if it means saying that a daggone fish or a blade of grass is the exact same thing as a human being. But
organism on Mars.
Is it life?
I'm defining it as life, as a living single-celled organism.
It's a living cell, but does it have moral weight and value?
See, now we've come back to the beginning of this very long, very important, productive conversation, that there are differences between different types of life. They're living beings, they're living organisms, but there are moral hierarchies between different types of biological organisms.
There are moral hierarchies between smarty smart of biological organisms. I said smarty smart because she said some things that I couldn't repeat. I wanted to, so I can sound like I'm fully on and fully engaged with what she's saying. I am engaged, but I can't listen. She's extremely intelligent. She's intelligent. And so are the other persons that are there. They just have different opinions because of their choices of life. And if they were to, here's the thing, they are fighting for their lives. That's the reason why they can't agree with this Isabel young lady. What I mean by that is, if they agree to anything that they're saying, then they will have to say that their lives are a lie. And that's all I mean by fighting for their lives. Because if they agree, if they bend, if they fold, if they give an inch, then they have to agree that their lives are a lie. Okay, I'm going to play this, not going to interrupted anymore.
Living organisms, but there are moral hierarchies between different types of biological organisms. I would beg to differ that a human being, in or out of the womb, is worthy of our respect and value and protection. And I find it so ironic that so many people will say a single-celled organism on Mars, or a blade of grass, or a fish in the ocean, or a puppy is worthy of our undying respect, support, and protection, but a human being isn't.
Bars, that's the absolute truth. I mean, I would start talking about the Bible. That's what I would do. I would bring it back to when God came to earth as Jesus Christ and experienced the human being experience. I do appreciate the fact that they were communicating how adults need to learn how to communicate without talking and yelling over one another. They actually allowed one another to speak. Although it was chopped, and it may have been a back and forth that we have missed that was, more breathy and more passionate and more probably even got disrespectful to a certain point. But I do enjoy the fact that they did have the conversation, and especially between two parties who don't agree. If you agree with these, if you agree on everything, then you probably should move to a new room, because you're not making any change where you are. It's just going around and around and around. That's just an echo chamber. Yeah, I said that too, and I said that too. You're pretty much just, you're exciting one another by constantly saying the same thing that the other person is saying, that feeds the engine of, we're right. We're correct. Damn right we're right. Next time we going to have these conversations with somebody else, we're going to really be prepared, because this back and forth right here is giving me the tools I need to win the next debate that I'm in, not necessarily to understand the other people who are in the conversation. And when this young lady was breaking it down to those two individuals, she wasn't even trying to be snarky. She wasn't yelling. She wasn't laughing at them or anything, but she broke it down so clearly that they had to be quiet. They had to listen. That's how that works. That's how the Holy Spirit works. It don't yell at us. It speaks in the still sound voice. And when you ask for the gift of discernment, that's exactly what you'll hear. You'll know that it's God talking to you and not anyone else. You won't feel hurried. It's patient. Relax. And you would know it's of God. You would know it's good. So yeah. Human beings have dominion over all of the things that these other people were trying to act as if they're exactly the same, and they know it's not the case. But again, if they gave an inch, or if they agreed with this young lady one bit, it will say that their lives are a lie, and they are fighting to keep the lie alive without admitting that it's a lie.